Time is now. It's back to the rhymes. It's like, wow, he's back to the rhymes. I'm in the booth straight dropping dimes. Clark Kent Daily Plant the Metropolis Times. I write these raps while I'm under the gun. I see you back to get you some. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Pure, raw, uncut rap. Back to the rhymes. Now's the time. Time to unwind because it's back to the rhymes. Back to the rhymes. Now's the time. Time to unwind because it's back to the rhymes. I guess it's working. I just can't handle the technology. Maybe you can, and congratulations. So what I'm seeing right now is a black screen. If you noticed or happen to see, I did two quick little videos, and then I went back and played it, and it's showing a video. I can't even see my thumbnail. I can't see anything. Why? I sure don't know. So anyhow, on faith, I'm just going to do this whole show for 30 minutes and hope it records. I think it will, but again, I have to adjust to what it would be called a curveball. So I can see a black screen. I see myself in the black screen. You know, if your computer's off, you can see yourself. That's what I'm looking at. School Us album sales. That's the album. Was a sale made? I went to the fellow's house a couple times. One time was in the day. He might not be there in the day. The other time, by the way, great job cleaning up the porch, Andrew. Got to say, clean it up. I didn't have anywhere to hide your box. Somebody cleaned it. Maybe he did. So we didn't move out. But yeah, I delivered an album. But it was it's been hard. It's really tough. A lot of times when I get to his place, I'm way late, and I got to get it back to my work as fast as possible. I never feel like I have the time to even attempt to do a 5-minute thing because I'm just bringing mail back, bringing whatever back. It's gut-wrenching, but it is what it is. I just can't do it. There's not enough time to get it all done. So no sale for that. Number 2, I don't like sunsets much, or a country song. Nothing new to share about that, but keep you posted. I need to find Chris and take the CDs out and see her, but now we're in the new year, but it's like now we got a holiday this week. We got frozen weather last week. It's gonna so we're into the third week of the year. I don't expect the first and third weeks to be smooth, but the second week, we got a little snow. We got record cold. So there's that week's gone. That's not a normal week. People not showing up to work. It looks like we're going to avoid snow, though. That helps because that's another major setback for getting stuff done. Okay, so that's the update with the work, which affects other things. Okay. So I don't know. We get past Martin Luther King Jr. week, and then we go to the following week, and we see how are we doing. I'm going to have a week off beginning of February, most likely. Hopefully, I should be able to get some more things done. All right. So with the YouTube channel, again, I'm dealing with something that I haven't dealt with before. And if this is the new normal, what's that? Oh, good. 3 dots that I thought I was going to click on just disappeared. Something else just disappeared. See? What? Camera. You don't have access to this feature. You don't have access to this feature. Manage. Pop out. See, I don't really want to experiment here live, but share screen. Oh, look at that. Okay, this is related to the YouTube channel. Maybe there's a blessing here. So my man Tim, who's back in Texas, was asking, can we do a Zoom or a, what was the other thing he said? He wants to get on the show or do a segment, and he want to do it virtually. Well, share screen. What? Should I try it now? What is it? No, I'm going to click on it. Hang in there. Microsoft Edge tab. choose what you want to share with studio.youtube.com. The site will be able to see the contents of your screen. I think I'm going to probably talk to Noah about that one to see if he knows about it. Because I told Tim I would look into it and ask my coworkers, but I've been talking to Noah about my it didn't go over what I hoped, the way I hoped with my Better Bread, and those came out as shorts. And he said, reason being is I did like a phone recorded vertical, not, I guess this would be horizontal landscape. And as a result, it came out, they did it as shorts. So he was able to do a short little video, landscape style, and he could record it. My challenge is I published it. I didn't even think about I'm like, oh, public, I'm making it public, sure. As opposed to, let's keep it private. Let's get this whole thing put together, then release. It's like, you know, you make mistakes, deliver mail. It's just, I don't know if it's lack of concentration, but it's frustrating. So it's like, all right, it's already out there. Because like I was talking to my daughters, like with the Battle Hymn of the Parents, I did something wrong. I couldn't remember what it was, but I ended up having to do another version of it. So I don't want, I'm just going to, it's not ideal. Again, I'm very happy with how the Goodyear Productions came out. That thing looks cool, and I was going to keep that, even though it was a short, no matter what, but I'm just going to stick with it. And sorry, I don't know if Tom minds or doesn't mind, but when we do Better Bread Volume 14 with his better picture, it's going to be landscape. So maybe that's it. We're just going to strive for getting to that point. Gotta get with my man Ken at Seattle Records and be curating. That's a kind of a hint as to what my volume 15 is going to be called. It's related to curating. I'm not going to tell you the name. Get to that point. It's going to take a long time, I'm pretty sure, but at least I have a guy to curate with. Good guy there. This is the coming up on the 15th. Yeah, I'll probably start tomorrow. I'll maybe get it done tonight or tomorrow, but I'm going to start middle of the month, 15th, and start sharing it. So I'm 2 weeks behind, but it is what it is. So social media, yeah, that share screen, kind of cool. I'm thinking about that. No idea. It just happened. Let me just look around. What is this? And this is share the video, right? But I can't share as it's happening. I just don't know what's up. Again, hey, Noah, I mean, I'm thankful for him. I'm going to ask him what he thinks. I don't think he live streams ever, but I wouldn't know who else to even ask. There's a few people, but anyhow. So with social media, record, for whatever reason, on this short for TikTok got up to about 2,000. Normally it's somewhere between 250 and 1,000. And I asked Joseph, what do you think? Oh, they'll boost you or something. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to tell, you know, it's like the algorithm, they boost you. I mean, is it the content, or is it that you won the lottery and then TikTok or whoever decides to put you out more because the algorithm decides it's your lucky week or something, or day or something? I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. The shorts did close to nothing. I will say it. And Instagram was 65 or so. Pretty good. Not bad. I mean, I've definitely been coming up there. I forgot to check my Facebook to see. I think it isn't what it was. It was doing 200-300. Now it's below 100. Still does pretty good though. It's 75 plus every time. So that's nice. And I was going to ask Noah too. I saw somebody who liked all my Facebook calling reels on Facebook, I guess. And I was like, who is this person? Because I thought it was private. I would be fine putting it public, but I mean, anyway, it's something I'm weighing. But good, you know. So one thing I did observe, so I tried to figure out with the YouTube shorts. I had one that did exceptionally well because I decided to look at the most popular, 750. Everything else was maybe a little above 100 or below. Could be as low as 5. And the difference with that one was I I had a hashtag Trump, but I also had the quote. And I did that. I decided I'm going to, because I was just putting rhyme of the week. So that maybe isn't where it's at. So I decided to do the quote the line. But then I ran out of space. I couldn't do a hashtag. But I did want to get, so I was like, okay, I'm just going to not have rhyme of the week on this. Let me just try that to see if it matters. I did see like a couple views, I think, just before I went on. So who knows? Could be doing good. And that's it. That's it for that. Okay, rules of engagement, nothing to add. Belby Ballers. I hate to say it, but again, it's nothing. I'm not thrilled with the situation. 2 8-hour days a week and a Sunday to hopefully get, not much could get done today. I got a little done. But today was a good day, though, as far as we got our cleaning done. All that helps. Okay, we got done close to 4, got home. I can get something done much more likely with a day like today, cleaning wise. So I'm very thankful. Next week, every other week, we do a kind of a fellowship lunch. So we're an extra hour because of that. But that's also good connection time, community time. And so we can build relationships. So there's all that. But that's it. I was going to say music for Back to the Rhymes. I was thinking about, I got the song idea with Alex. Talked to my friend Mike at the post office, who's a lefty. He thought, being a lefty has its advantages in baseball, and it certainly does. I don't think he feels that he's missing out on life at all by not being a righty. Like me, loving the shortstop position, I couldn't imagine not having, even though I'd be happy in center field if that was my only option. But anyway, I'm just going to have fun with it. And then I had the idea to do music for the opening. My computer I got from my mom's got GarageBand on it. So that's something to explore. But I couldn't successfully use her computer a couple times. I was going to use it today for the show. But yeah, anyway, that's going to be a bit of a heavy lift, but it's a goal. It's a goal, but it's not easy. I mean, some of these other much simpler things it would seem don't necessarily go easy, like this blank screen. It's a full head scratcher. All right, merch. I got something to share about that, but I'll kind of combine these two. But there's like I said, that video came out really good. My daughter's very dissatisfied with my need for a digital stabilizer. I need a stabilizer for the cameraman because his hand's shaking. So that's all right. I think it adds to the kind of that's something going on. It's a video, it's not still. She wants to record it next time. That's what she said. But anyhow, the merch led to something. Maybe someone's asking about the merch at the baking event for my friend. And then her son said, well, you got to check out his Trump's Gonna Thump video is what you got to do. Yeah. So he was able to share that video, I was told. That's cool. I'd like to hear about that. And then my man Tim's checking it out. He likes it. Maybe someone in Texas will pick up on it. I don't know, but he definitely liked it. I always feel like it's like if an influencer type comes across it, maybe possibly, that's what I think everyone kind of thinks about. That's what, I mean, you go back with Candace Owens and Kanye West said he likes how she thinks and her life changed forever, but she was bringing game, and that was a big change in her life. One comment, yeah, so that's that. And I shared that with my other friend down there in Southwest Washington. We'll see. So you will be glorified. So got my coworker, whose friend that plays it's like a Japanese kind of flute. and does worship music. That's a possibility. I got to get her my video and hopefully see what she's doing, and then maybe my wife might know her, but just see if we got something happening. But it's exciting. In addition, we got my man playing the piano at church there today, and he says he's more. I think he focuses on strings, but I guess piano's a string instrument, right? It's got those strings with the key, the hammers hit. Is that considered strings? It's not percussion, so it's not wind. So I think, yeah, maybe that is included in their piano. So there's possibility with him. So again, there's people to connect with, but then how accessible are they in my world? And if he's there at church, that helps. The plan is to meet with him and his roommate here possibly towards the end of the month and have a chit chat, see what they want to do. But they definitely have a heart for ministry, and music can be a part of that. Okay. I'm doing a song that kind of deals with current events. I guess one thing to talk about is Iowa's tomorrow on Martin Luther King Day. I don't know if it's probably normally in the middle of the month. I thought Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday seemed a little early compared to normal, the holiday. But so we'll see. One fella endorsed Vivek, I think is how you say it. And he switched from DeSantis. So to me, that's not like huge news. It's kind of a big deal. I mean, in a place like that, there's people that are influential, and this is really, there's people who are really engaged in the political process, and there's a kind of a small community. You can get to know people really fast, in my experience. And so in Iowa, who knows? That means something. It's not good for DeSantis for sure. Trump's way ahead in the polls. I just think because I didn't see a video. I heard something about Trump turning on Vivek a little bit, which if he feels he's coming along, he will do that. If he doesn't think you're any kind of, I think that's a compliment to Vivek if he did do something like that, because that means maybe he's gaining ground or he's just trying to stave. So, you know what? I can't say this. The live is saying I got my little. Yeah, it's working, but who knows? The screen just went blank, and I don't know if that's because of my computer, but we're good. So anyway, that's the deal. Monday, that's tomorrow. We're going to find out real fast what's going on with this primary, but it should be, I imagine, short and sweet. Yeah, Rand Paul made an interesting little video about he likes Trump. He likes a lot of things Vivek has to say. DeSantis, he likes as a governor. Bob Kennedy Jr., he thinks he's on the independence, on point with a lot of things. And it's a good thing he became an independent. If you were wanting to support him, it makes it a lot easier. If you're not if you're, let's say, a Republican, someone who calls himself independent, it's a lot easier. But he said Nikki's a total no for him, and that you hear that. And so it has to do with the military-industrial complex and her. I don't know. She was, what was she, the UN ambassador? She did something for Trump, but apparently she's the establishment candidate, I guess, more so than DeSantis. I mean, I guess we'll see what happens after this. If one of the two standing, Christie got out of the race before Iowa, right? So he doesn't like Trump. A lot of these guys don't. And that's the thing. This guy who's going with Vivek doesn't like, he's finding anyone to support but Trump. It's not going to work, though. It just won't work. Anyway, because he's going to thump. That's it. Okay. So let's get with these rhymes. And again, it's called the decriminalization of crime. And then let's go with what we have, and then I'll continue. lawlessness, and the unintended consequence, duress. How's your sleep doing? Every tower politician straight ruin. The would-be heavenly city. What's your vision, Mr. Mayor? Guess them left-wing radicals do scare ya. Cause where's the beef? Where's the oomph? Where's the chutzpah? You pussyfooting around and you're thought of as a clown. Okay, so, and you know what? I think it's a fair. I put this down. Peace through strength. That doesn't work only internationally. That works domestically too, right? And you can. People always point to Giuliani. My wife watches a lot of these shows with SVU in New York, and things were getting tightened down. They were on it. And that was it. They apparently the people in New York didn't like it, or they couldn't find anyone like him, so they had to go back to the tired old, soft on crime approach. But that was probably a good time to be in New York if you value personal safety. And again, some of the stuff with the 9/11, and maybe there might be people overreaching then, so I'm pretty sure of that. But it's, you might, it's not like turning a blind eye to crime here. Okay. So, let me just put that down. Pussyfooting around, you thought of as a clown. Peace through strength. Strength. You heard the refrain. Now, probably haven't used that in a rhyme before. I think I know what it means, but let's look up refrain. Almost forgot my dictionary, but I looked up finale. So if you notice on with these, I made 3, so I'm calling this the. You want to have one that's totally incomplete. I'll keep bugging me probably. Hey, you need to finish this video. We're doing this video. Refrain. A phrase or verse repeated at intervals throughout a song or poem, especially at the end of each stanza. Music for the refrain of poem. Yeah, music for the refrain of a poem. A repeated theme. That's what I'm getting at. It is a repeated theme. Peace and strength. You heard the refrain. Against enemies, foreign, same. What against enemies, foreign, what to be saying. Sane. I'm trying to put that as one syllable. Sane, but sane, right? Peace through strength. Yeah, heard the refrain. Against enemies foreign, what they say, what they be saying. If you've heard the phrase against enemies both foreign and domestic, you can go back to the small town Jason Aldean, right? Okay, so peace through strength. Yeah, I should actually put that as a hashtag maybe. Next time maybe if I can remember. Peace through strength. You heard the refrain against enemies foreign, what they be saying. What I'm saying is, how about domestic? Of course, these guys want to say that the patriots of J6 were domestic terrorists when they're trying to stand up for what? Legitimate elections, maybe? Okay. Votes counting and not stopping the count, like my friend on the phone was talking about. They stopped the count. Oh, we're going to stop counting votes right now. Let's all universally stop counting votes. And I didn't get to talk to him much. Let me say it. He's talking about a lot of legislatures. I mean, was it 30, probably 30 plus states are Republican majority states legislatively, in the state. But a lot of them, they're just establishment politicians, or they're spineless. And that's why, because, he's talking about Georgia. He mentioned Georgia. Well, how come in Georgia they're Republicans, so-called, but Herschel Walker can't win, but Kemp can? I don't know. Trump can't win, but Kemp can. See, I just can't let go of that, and Arizona, those two. So, and then they get it right in Texas and Florida, right? So I talked about that because I don't know. What I'm saying is, how about domestic? How about domestic? It's a gunfight. Then you bring in a stick. What I'm saying is, how about domestic? It's a gunfight, and you bring in the stick. Unenforced laws. Unenforced laws will never it's a gunfight, and you bring in the stick. Unenforced laws will never stick. And Sunday school today, we're talking about just in general how fewer and fewer laws are reflective of really law and order, but God's moral code for his creation. And the more lawless, the further away from God. And, we can bring that, I can bring that in. But they are totally connected, because they're just talking about how people are so okay with sin relative to you in years past, where there was a fear of God, like it was a real thing that there would be consequences to sin, whereas now people are so far away from God that they don't be anybody in the culture. We just, because it's just, you're not close to him, therefore his wrath doesn't seem real, therefore crime is the new normal, right? Crime is the new normal. And I will end it there. Till next time when we get back to the rhyme.